Okay, so I'm going to try to help you with this quiz that I have online on Blackboard. And the first thing we're going to talk about is compound interest. And you have the formula there in your notes from the notes that I've given you. FV is equal to PV, present value, times 1 plus the interest rate in decimal divided by n, the number of times compounded, raised to n times 10. Times t, t being the number of years. So I'm looking at a problem that has 10 years, I guess. So let's say that we want the future value when the present value is equal to $5,000. The interest rate is 3%. Which I'm going to set equal to 0.03. We're going to let t equal 10 years. And we're going to let n equal 12 for monthly. So we want the future value. So I'm going to plug this in, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it on the calculator, and you can plug it into the calculator. I'll plug it in and get an answer for you, but I do not have the calculator on this recording. So we have the future value is equal to 5,000 times 1 plus 0.03 divided by 12, and do not work this part by itself, just do it all together, raised to the 12 times 10 power. Now if you have a box on your calculator, then you do not have to use parentheses. If you do not have the box, then you will need to use parentheses. So my future value, when I plug all of that into my calculator, is equal to $6,746, and we're talking money here. So my decimal is 7677. So I'm going to round that to $6,746.77. And that is exactly how you would plug it into the Blackboard, except for the dollar sign is already given to you. Okay, so let's do one more. Let's say that we're using the same thing, same numbers, but our compoundedness is equal to 365 days a year, because we are talking about daily. Okay, so then I have exactly the same thing. Future value is equal to 5,000 times 1 plus 0.03 divided by 365 raised to 365 times 10. And again, if you have the box, then you don't need parentheses. Otherwise, you would need parentheses around this. You do not need parentheses around the 0.03 divided by 365 because the calculator knows order of operation. And then you would calculate your value. My advice would be to get the original equation back where the 12 is, do second delete and insert 365, and then delete 12. And here I have $6,749.21. Now let's say that I wanted my I wanted my future value to be $8,000. So now my future value is $8,000. What is my present value? So I have 8,000 is equal to PV times 1 plus 0.03. And now this time we're going to compound quarterly. So my PV is on the left side, on the right side, so I want to divide on both sides by all of this. So now we have PV is equal to 8,000, and you can put all of that into the calculator, divided by 1 plus 0.03, divided by 4, raised to the 4 times 10 power. And that gives me my PV value is now equal to $5,933.18. What if we have compounded continuously? Compounded continuously, we use future value is equal to present value times e raised to the RT power. And we're going to use the same thing that we used before. This time we don't have to use compoundedness. We're still going to use r is equal to 0.03. We're going to let t equal 10,000, 10 years, not 10,000. 10,000 years would be funny. And our present value is equal to $5,000. So future value is equal to 5,000 times e raised to the 0.03. And I'm going to put this in parentheses just for you to see it. You use the multiplication sign and you don't need to put parentheses, especially if you have the box. Now that value is equal to $6,700. $6,749.29. So we made a little bit more than compounding daily, just 8 cents more. But that's still money in my pocket. I hope this helps you with your quiz. There is one more thing that I will talk about, and that is doubling. When something is doubling. So if I had $5,000 and I wanted it to double, the doubling value would be $10,000. So 5,000 times something is going to give me $10,000. Well, that something, I don't know why I did that. We would have 1 plus 0.03, depending on the compoundedness of it. Let's say it's compounding quarterly. And we are going to be talking about 10 years, so 4 times 10. So I'm going to rewrite that, so I have 5,000. I'm sorry, I did a mistake. So we want to know the time. We don't know the time. So we don't know if it's going to be 10 10 years or not. So we're going to put a T there. Okay, so 5,000 times 1 plus 0.03 divided by 4 raised to the 4t. When is that going to equal $10,000? So we divide both sides by 5,000 and we get a 2. And over here we have 1 plus